Welcome everyone to a clueless parent's guide to buying Pokemon cards, aka how much do you love your kid? We are standing here at HP Pharmacy in North Arlington, New Jersey, which is a pharmacy my grandfather started in the 60s, and we have access to a wholesale Pokemon account. We've been selling Pokemon cards here now. For the rest of you watching on the Malamarcus channel, that is my Pokemon YouTube channel, and we've been getting a lot of questions here at the pharmacy. Which Pokemon card should I buy for my kid? So we figured we put this video together to give you a helping hand. Now, first and foremost on the how much do I love my kid scale is buying individual packs. You can see here many trading card shops will do this too. We have them at the pharmacy as well. Individual packs should run you about $4, $5 each, depending on the pack. And that's quick, simple, easy, usually at the register of any of these places. A tip, because obviously you're not going to keep up with all these different sets. These are all modern sets here. So recently released Pokemon cards versus Pokemon cards that were released, decades ago essentially, or even years ago. These are all modern. You're not going to be able to tell which one's better, but a quick cheat, besides asking the salesperson, is look at which one has been purchased the most. If you want to get a quote-unquote better version or a more popular version at the very least, look at which one has been bought the most, and that's usually going to be something that's more popular. For example, in this one, Brilliant Stars and Evolving Skies, these two are two of the more popular sets, and Astral Radiance, which is the most recent set, those are all a little bit lower. So that's first up on our guide to how much you love your child. Next up are these smaller boxes. Now, as you kind of probably can imagine, typically going a little bit bigger in size is going to be a little bit more expensive, but also probably a little bit more popular and a little bit better. Again, ignore which specific sets things are because that's going to get a little complicated, but these V-Boxes run around $19 retail. So if you want to get a couple packs, usually these have about 4 packs in them, plus some promo cards. So you'll get the packs, and usually those are, like I said, around $4 each, so that's about $16 plus the promo cards. You're looking at about $20 for one of these. This is next up on the scale of how much do you love your child. Third on the scale are tins. Now, to me, this is a step up. Usually you can see these for about $25-ish, depending on the set, and they'll have a promo card too. These in particular actually have Sylveon on it. So if you see from the original set, Eevee, any of Eevee's evolved forms, they kind of look like these cool looking dogs, I guess you could call them. This is a Sylveon in particular. Also, side note, anything with Pikachu or Charizard, also good. But these tins are a step above those boxes because they're good for storage too. So after your kids open everything, they've got a lot of extra cards lying around. In here is a good place to keep those and store them. So tins would be a step up on the how much do you love your kid list. Now we're getting into the bigger boxes. These are typically specific promo boxes. For example, this one is the Lucario V-Star box. Remember, the other one was just a simple V-Box. This is now a V-Star box. I know it's a little confusing. This is a Cleaver, which is a new Pokemon, Cleaver V-Star box. So these come with usually a coin, as you can see here, multiple promo cards, and the gigantic promo card too. So the pack ratio is not going to be much better. There's only 6 packs in these, but you get all the extra promos and all of that kind of stuff too. So you're paying a little bit extra for that kind of stuff. If your kid is only really into ripping packs, these are probably not the best option, but if they like the cool promos, these Lucarios are pretty cool. For example, the coin, the big cards, then again, this would be a step up price-wise on the how much do you love your kid scale. But if they really just want to rip packs, probably the lower options, you're going to get more bang for your buck in terms of actual number of packs that the kids can rip. Second to last here, we have the Elite Trainer boxes. Now, this is a step up from the V-Star boxes or any of those special promo boxes too. These typically have 8 to 10 packs in them. This one in particular, the Shining Fates one, is a little more expensive because it has a special Eevee promo. Again, anything with Eevee is usually good. This set also has a really cool Charizard in it, for the record. But in general, the Elite Trainer boxes, the concept behind them is it gives you everything you need to actually play the trading card game too. Plus, it's a cool little box to actually store stuff in. So it'll give you energy cards. It actually gives you sleeves to protect the cards, and the sleeves are going to be designed similarly to the cover of the box. So if your kids get any good cards or cool cards that they want to protect, you can put them in the sleeves from this set. These usually go around $45 to $50. That's generally the retail price on these two. So again, Elite Trainer box, another step up. Just remember that name. Each set's going to be different. For example, Astral Radiance, Shining Fates, you're not going to remember the set name, so don't worry about that. But in general, Elite Trainer box is probably the second to highest step on the how much I love my kids scale. And last but not least, we have the booster boxes. Now these come with 36 packs in them. So if you really, really, really want to go hard in terms of getting a ton of packs for your kids to open, this is the way to go. You're gonna get 36 packs and none of the fluff, none of the coins, none of the promo cards, anything like that. Pure packs. Now, while these packs are basically the same packs we saw from the beginning when you could rip individual packs, those typically you'll see, it depends on the set, but more often than not, these are going to be cheaper if you're actually trying to buy per pack. So for example, Brilliant Stars, right when this came out, this was selling for around 110 bucks, this box, maybe 120 bucks right now. I think they're around $130 based on today's, rate. But if you actually do the math, if this is $4 a pack and there are 36 packs in here, that's what, 120, 24, about $144, technically speaking, retail if you were to buy these 36 packs separately. So by buying one of these, you're actually getting a cheaper per pack discount. The same with this one, Astral Radiance. I think this is around $110 right now. These prices tend to fluctuate as things go out of print. So if anything is currently in print, meaning the current set that Pokemon is printing, those are going to be cheaper. If you see older sets that may go for $200 a box or $300 a box, some even thousands of dollars a box, those are that way because they're out of print. So it's not necessarily that the seller is trying to price gouge you, they're just not made anymore. So if you're trying to just go for something like, okay, my kids just want to have fun, rip open the most recent set, keep with the most recent sets because they're going to be more cheaper. If you really, really, really love your kid, you can buy one of those out of print, very expensive boxes. But to show a lot of love, I would say, a good amount of love, I would feel super loved if someone bought me a booster box. This is really the way to go. Hopefully you enjoyed that segment of how much you love your kid, aka a clueless parent's guide to buying Pokemon cards. If you really, really, really don't like your kid and want to go off the bottom of the scale, just buy them Battle Styles, which is this last pack set over here by my finger. I'm just kidding. Battle Styles is probably just the least popular modern set, but it's also, because of that, super cheap. So if your kid just wants to rip something open and see if they get something that could be cool looking, that's a good set to go for too. It's all over the place when it comes to Pokemon. And remember, all else fails. If you see a Charizard, if you see a Pikachu, if you see an Eevee, that's probably pretty cool, and you're probably gonna get a big home run when you go home and give it to your kid as a gift. So you can never go wrong with those guys. Other than that, thanks a lot. We'll see you on the next one.